Yes, and as you guys know, everyone who listens on a weekly basis, we have a segment called Boss Move or Soft Move, and we're going to get into it right now. So, this is... I'm going to leave my feelings out of this. We're going to leave this to the boss. I'm going to pitch this to you. So, T.I., everyone knows T.I., rapper, mogul, all those good things. He's getting a lot of backlash right now from a lot of ladies because he was on a Breakfast Club and a few other places and talking about how involved he is with his daughter. And he has the sex talk with her and all these different things. But this was the kicker. Apparently, he goes to the gynecologist with her annually.
Forces her to go.
Annually. Like it's on the calendar. He makes the appointment to check to make sure her hymen is still in place or intact.
He should get back.
So I have to ask the question, is it a boss move or a soft move for the father to have his daughter have an annual gynecologist check to make sure her hymen is still in place?
It's literally the softest move that could ever be. Like, there's not even a way for me to express how soft this move is. Softer than Charmin, softer than marshmallows. It's that soft. You need me to elaborate? Or you have, come on, let's as your father.
As a father of a teenage daughter, I kind of, so this, I'm two minds of it. I do think it's extra, right, to be checking for her hymen every time. Because as we know, a lot of, that can happen in a lot of different ways outside of just
and it does.
The person having sex, right? That's the first thing. Secondly, I guess I'll say this, the thing that I'm a second mind about is why he's getting so much backlash. If a father wants to be actively involved in his child's life,
owning her vagina,
and not owning it, but having an opinion, having to say, want her to know, hey, that matters. I'm okay with that. Is it a soft move to have an annual check to make sure it's still there? Yes, but I think it's a boss move for a black father at his level to be involved.
Yes,
and I'm sorry, so I'm not with the backlash, but the hymen checking is a little far.
It's a lot far.
It's a little far.
So here's the deal. Here's how I feel. And what's crazy is we're going to combine this segment because Dion surprised me with this.
Well, you got to let them know this is your signature segment. So
I'm getting ready to say it. My signature segment is the If I'm Honest segment. Yeah. And if I'm honest, I just have to combine these because this was also my thing for If I'm Honest. So it's crazy that you brought this. If I'm honest, it is pretty disgusting to me that we're in a world that has not, and in a country, in a world that's not really dealt with head on this kind of toxic, aggressive masculinity. At the end of the day, first of all, the daughter's 18 now. Sure. Okay? So first of all, she's a grown-ass woman. I'm just going to put it like that. Okay? Secondly, yes, father should be involved. My father was involved. My parents had sex talks with me. I was like, when I was 5, I could tell everybody, oh, this baby came because you put a penis into it. Like, I'm keeping it real. My parents didn't play that. My family's from the medical field. They didn't use slang. Yeah. They weren't saying pee-pees and wee-wees and JJs. They were saying the actual words, and they were explaining to me anatomy and what it was. I was not to be tricked into doing something I did not want to do or did not understand. They had all those conversations with me. What they did not do is treat me like they owned me, as though I was their slave and they owned my genitalia and my sexuality. As a human, and in America, you still have the right as a human to make your own choices. HIPAA even says, the law says you have the right. If you listen to the thing, I did listen because I had to. I read the articles, but I had to actually listen to what he said to make sure I wasn't overreacting. I wasn't. He said that he literally every year makes the appointment, basically tells her she has to go. She has no choice in this. He puts a sticky on her bedroom door that says GYN 9:30 tomorrow. Like, she knows she has to go to this. When she gets to the doctor has to basically say to him every year, by law, I can't discuss anything with you until she agrees. He actually said on the podcast that he turns to the doctor and is like, or turns to the daughter in a very, what I considered a very bullying tone. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, they want you to say that you're okay with it. Sign this paper. Like, telling her she going to sign this paper so the doctor can verify it. Again, women, I feel like it's teaching the wrong message. As a young girl, as a woman, you need to know that you can make decisions about your life, You can make decisions about your body. It is time out for men owning women's bodies. You don't own her body. You're a parent. You're a guidance counselor, basically. You are to guide them into their decisions. When you make the decisions and basically try to hold them hostage, he's saying, I don't believe you. You can tell me all day you're a virgin, but I don't believe you. I don't trust you. I need a doctor to verify what you could or could not be doing. What kind of basis, or is that the relationship a father really wants with their daughter? Would you rather your daughter just tell you, Dad, I feel comfortable talking to you about this, so I'm going to tell you I want to do this, or I am doing this, or I'm considering doing this? Or is it that I got to drag you to a medical professional to teach you about, to ensure that you are or you're not doing a thing? That's really an issue for me. It's really an issue for me. You don't own her body and you don't own her vagina. She's a grown ass woman, and you should be able to have that discussion openly if she so chooses to. And also, let me give a little anatomy lesson for everybody. The hymen is not like a cloak that goes over the vagina, because if it were, women wouldn't be able to menstruate or anything with it. It literally lines and is meant to protect it from bacteria and other things. It is meant to erode over time as your body matures. There are many things that make the hymen like wear off, erode, not be intact. Sex is not the only one. So it's also antiquated thinking that you're taking your daughter to the doctor to check a hymen.
Sure.
Soft move, and it's crazy.
Now that you put it that way. Nah, but I think it's important for people to hear that. And, it is, we do have to do a better job of even, I have the conversation all the time. Like, I'm not a fan necessarily of like spanking your children for everything. I think some things are a conversation, right? Mm-hmm. So I think kind of the same thing, like they are humans first, right? And I think it's important that they know that and that we keep that conversation going. So if you guys that are listening, you need to hear this, we need to continue to have that conversation. Make sure we have that, because the other thing too, some guys don't know. Some guys really are just, in this prehistoric mindset of what this patriotic fatherhood looks like.
I definitely believe that. I do not think that, I think he's ignorant to the fact, 100%. And so I think it's important that there is backlash, because I think there are other people listening that need to hear why us women are enraged.
Sure.
So that's why I feel like they
just clout chasing.
Well, there may be some, but I find no fault in the women who are enraged, and I'm not going to judge anyone, because I was heated when I read it, because I was like, what year is it? Like, I was literally like, this is crazy. But I do, like you said, I do think that it was ignorance, because if he was aware, he would never just said it openly.
Sure.
He wouldn't have.
Absolutely.
He wouldn't have been so proud to say it had he understood.
And I think that